Welcome to Verbal Vibe Mode. It's Lady G. I'm here with J Star,
What up?
Hong Beast.
What's good?
How y'all doing today?
I'm alright.
Just
Real
aight.
kosher.
Cooling, chilling.
Real kosher.
Did you say kosher?
Feeling kosher.
He's kosher.
Oh boy. How you feeling, lady?
I am good. Thank you for asking.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Oh yeah. So today we're talking about something many of us cannot cope without, since you feeling copacetic. If you have one, you have a lawyer. K-Star and Kirk. Yes, cell phones, from the StarTex to today's smartphones. We're going to get into our favorite devices, past and present.
Cell phone.
Okay. It works with everything.
It really does. I couldn't help myself. So, my favorite cell phone of my childhood or teenage years, I guess. I was in high
He's
school.
a whole baby with a cell phone.
Stop it. I was not.
Stop.
I was
You heard that? Stop.
dang near a grown man.
I was a baby with a pager.
See, I didn't get a cell phone until I was about 15, 16 people, so it doesn't matter. The Sanyo Incognito. It's a Boost. It became a Boost mobile phone, but before they cheaped it up, it was major phone. I don't even know what I loved about it. Nope, I do, because I'm looking at a picture of it right now just so I can remember. It had like a mirror finish on the front. The coldest part was being able to open it up and you had the full keyboard inside,
Yeah.
which was
The days of T9 were over.
that mind blowing. Getting a full size keyboard in your phone, like phones today are cool, but to have a phone literally open up, have a full screen on one side. Looking at this phone now, I literally don't know how my paws were able to type on this thing, but it was just amazing. This phone here was just super dope. I mean, it was different, it was innovative. It's not like today where everything is pretty much just a slab. You know, they trying to do foldable phones and um I guess they're doing rollable phones, and LG got a whole phone with two screens that flip. And yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but back when I was growing up, they were literally trying to make phones differently. Like, you would go to school and everybody would have a different type of cell phone that was dope in its own type of way. And this was just the one that I like, yeah, I gotta have it. I gotta have this phone. The mirror finish alone on the front is what sold me, but then being able to open it up and do the full time, oh, oh, if they made this phone bigger, that man, man, you know what? Also, I'm okay with the keyboards. Bring the keyboards back. I miss the keyboard.
The physical keyboards?
Yes.
Bring the
Okay.
keyboards
That's
back.
fair.
I miss them. It's cool to be able to have a touchscreen and all. That's dope. But
You got the swipe action going on.
yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I use swipe all the time. I rarely turn my phone to the side anymore. And I'm able to turn my phone to the side, split the keyboard so it's easier for me to type on each side of the screen. But give me the keyboard back. I want it. I miss the pressing of the buttons. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of
Like that
missed them.
tacky feeling without having to settle for haptic feedback.
Exactly. That, oh man, that
Yeah, just tactileness of it.
yeah.
It was dope. And then like how you brought up, that's a great point. People have the same thing now. It's pretty much, you either iPhone or you Android. We're not getting into that
Mhm.
because we don't have to. But
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
as far as
No.
like the individuality of everybody, like, yo, you go to school, everybody has like a different model, let alone brand of a phone. And it was just like unique. There was something cool about that.
Yeah. It was they act like this is Sanyo. Like nobody remembers Sanyo at all.
I remember. Do you remember?
Yeah, don't do that. You got Sanyo, freaking Kyocera used to make nice phones. Like I remember when
EO.
Kyocera had a phone with two screens that literally stacked on top of each other, and you could split it, and they would connect. It would like that alone was like, oh my, that's they were just trying to be innovative, and I loved it. I mean, yeah, today you got people who are trying, but it's not. I don't know. It feels all too samey. That I mean, yeah, I miss you, phone. Now I'm looking at it and I'm like, I
Let me
was
see
about
if
to
they still
say,
sell
you ain't
these.
lying. I'm like, wait a minute, what about this phone, man? I'm not even gonna trip. Like, man, that's a good looking phone. Like, you got
Mhm.
5G? Nah, this is 2G, dog.
No G.
Oh man. But my second phone is the phone that I currently have now, which is the LG. Stay with me now. It's the LG. I'm sorry. LG don't know how to name their product. Too daggone long. It's the LG V60 dual screen. Y'all got that? Everybody?
Oh my god.
Everybody got that? Okay. But I mean, it, yeah. But this phone, I mean, I love LG stuff. Literally every product in my house is LG. So I love LG stuff. Literally every product, like as far as technology wise, like TVs and stuff like that, it's all LG. And I especially love their phones. The LG V60 comes with a case that you can attach to the phone to make it have two screens. Now, it sounds ridiculous, but it's an innovative idea. And I mean, phones can do a lot, but it can only do so much. Having two screens on the phone is actually it actually works. It's not it sounds ridiculous, but it actually works. Being able to, and I know a lot of people won't understand this, but being able to have three apps up at once on your phone is actually pretty cool. So, how I mean is, with the case being attachable to the screen or to your own phone, on your main phone, you're able to do multi-window, which I don't I don't know if everybody knows what that is, but you're able to have two apps literally on the screen at once. So I can have
Somebody somewhere with a Nokia playing Snake, his mind is blown right now.
Mhm.
you ain't lying. So I can have text messaging at the top of my screen, and I can have emails at the bottom of my screen, or I can have Instagram at the top and I can have messaging at the bottom. Like it doesn't matter. Most of the apps are compatible with multi-screen. But you throw the case on there, then you have a whole nother screen which functions as a regular screen. So then you can have Instagram messaging emails. Like it's so you could just switch out with it or YouTube messaging. Like it's crazy to think about because like that doesn't even make any why would anyone need that? But you never know what people are doing out here. You never know what's going on in anybody's life. But sometimes you just always on the go, like myself, and you need screens. You need as many screens as possible to do
You need to
certain
do the
things.
thing.
And since phones
Mhm.
are pretty much computers almost at this point in time. I mean, it works. It's innovative, is very forward thinking, and I mean, even though I use that example, you can also use it as like you can have your video game on a case screen and then have an actual control pad on your phone. Or you can use the top as a main screen and use the bottom as a keyboard. Like it's different stuff that they thought of for you to be able to do. Now, don't get me wrong, it's kind of ridiculous when you're watching YouTube and you're like, let me use full screen, and you kind of have since it's not a complete screen, you do have a black bar just straight down the middle of that board. So you sitting like, man, this is strange. I can get used to this, but this is strange. But it's still a dope idea. It's a dope concept, and I mean, I rock with LG. I love what they're doing. I love what they're trying to do, and I mean, today this is my favorite phone, and I mean that might change in a couple of months because they got the LG Rollerball coming out, which whew, man, if they actually make this phone, I am going to give them all of my money. But but LG is literally to me the only company that's still trying to change, still trying to do like I mean they're slept on because their screens not always 2K or 4K, and everybody thinks that, they're less than compared to Apple and Samsung, but people also aren't realizing it. Me and G had this conversation plenty of times. Y'all talking about the people who make the displays and the TV screens for pretty much every cell phone and TV company you could think of. So, LG is my go-to from here on out.
Life is good.
Word, that's what I see every time I turn my TV on.
Life is good. See, 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 these LG people out here.
I'm looking at an LG monitor right now. I got an IPS monitor I'm looking at right now.
No, LG is fire. They definitely are innovative.
LG is a fantastic company. I wish people would give them credit. They deserve so much credit.
They should. They make quality products that last a long time.
So
Mm.
long. Yo, oh my goodness. Their products is ridiculous. And their cell phones are very durable. I do have to say so
Yes, they are.
Like, their cell phones are mad durable. I did have a small little incident, but that was literally after dropping my phone hundreds of times.
Here you go.
The incident that happened was a fluke. Like, who thought that was supposed to happen? Okay. But they do have amazing durable phones, and it's fantastic. They're great. I love LG stuff.
Not thinking about it, it just sounds like some Final Destination intricate motion that happened to your phone.
I literally wasn't next to
I can
it.
just see like the wind blowing and strings being pulled out.
Okay, yeah. The wind knocked his phone over. Right.
Marbles just fall out of nowhere for no reason. Like, where
did the marbles come
A
from?
whole domino effect for this man's phone.
I'm just looking at the floor. Did you bring marbles? Shoot.
So this low key connects because I too had a Sanyo for my first phone. I don't specifically remember the model of the Sanyo, but it was a blue screen and just a silver joint, very basic, like little starter phone for middle school. But then I quickly upgraded to the Sanyo 7400. And speaking of your little incidents, this had like a ruggedized integrated case to where it had like a rubberized grip around like the lip of the phone. So, not only did you really not need a case, but the face plates were changeable. So that was the fire part of it. But it was tough. It was built tough. With that phone, it was color. But the dope thing about this was it had an external camera when the phone was closed. It's a flip phone. So that was a big deal when those started coming out. And it was front facing. So it was like a selfie cam, and you had the front window to actually take pictures. Obviously, this wasn't the best quality, but
Mhm.
back then it was fly because, very innovative. It was cool. It was just like, oh, well, it
Yep.
has two cameras, but it's not on the back of the phone, so you don't have to flip it around and do all the rest of that stuff. So it was cool.
It was innovative.
So with that phone, the interchangeable face plates were pretty cool. I think I started off with a silver one. I know they also had the red option, and then once you look online, you can get basically anything you want as far as like colors and options and stuff like that. So I would often like swap those out instead of cases because we all remember cell phone cases and how fly those were. And you would literally be able to pick them up at the gas station or anywhere you were. But it seemed like they had all the options. Like now, cell phone cases are important, but I feel like we're more so worried about breaking our damn phones, so we tend to go for, like, more durable cases that are built tough. You got your OtterBoxes and everything, but because the phones are so thin, you kinda need something just to have that tactile support so it doesn't just slip out your hand and you have a Kong incident. But it's less for, like, the looks of the phone. Like, you got some fly cases now, but you're worried about snapping that thing in half or cracking your screen and it just shattering to a million pieces. But that Sanyo was cool because it was full color. I mean, you still had to deal with T9 and everything, but it was pretty dope, decent battery life, eh, tiny little window screen, but, I mean, it's a flip phone. What do you expect? But that served me for a while because I remember actually swapping out batteries and buying extra batteries, like, charging them things up and
Yeah.
having them on deck, like, where am I going? Where am
Yes.
I going? But that phone lasted a while. That was a solid phone from Sanyo. So another phone that I upgraded from when I made the transition from flip to, I guess, smartphone, when that started popping a little bit. Middle school me, always business minded for whatever reason. I don't know why, but
What?
yeah, I
Ballin'.
got a Palm Treo. I bought it myself. I saved up my monies. I headed straight to the eBays, and I was just like, "Let me buy it now." So me with that stylist life, I was just like, "Man, this is great. Now I can make all my appointments and do my homework on my phone. This is like, man, what else were you doing with this phone other than playing games in color?"
Same thing as me, not a damn thing.
Not a da exactly. Nothing. Nothing I needed to do, using the web in color, using a calculator, pretending I had, like, important voice memos to do.
But nah, 'cause I didn't get the color one. I had the green screen one.
Ah, nice, okay. So you was back. Okay, cool. But yeah, the Treo 700p was a solid phone, and that was definitely what I think no, I would say that. That was one of my favorite phones with the physical keyboard for me.
Much.
'Cause, like, it also was durable, it was a little thicky, but, it was cool. For what it was, that was an all a solid phone literally, 'cause that thing was kinda heavy too. But yeah, that's the one with the singular antenna. I didn't bother, like, upgrading to the other models until they came out with the, Palm Pre, 'cause I rocked that freaking Treo for a while. Palm Pre was the last joint that they had, like, the slider, it, like, slid up, and then the keyboard would, show it's a physical keyboard as well. But then Palm kinda, like, folded and, that other company of a fruit origin bought up all their, IP and decided to take all their gestures and stuff that they had and introduce them as their own, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Man.
Like, Palm for me was a great company as far as, like, cell phones and just, like, actually just using something that worked well and that was reliable. But again, I'm talking like I was running business
Mhm.
meetings and stuff in middle and high school, but they served me just right. Imma say that much. They served me right. I'm currently using the Samsung Note S20 Ultra, which is the latest of Notes that they have out right now. Notes are a solid phone. Like, you know what you're getting into when you get a Note. You got the stylus, you have the ability to draw on screen, kinda how Tong was talking about having a multi-screen effect that's, like, not specific to a phone, but it's pretty much Android specific as far as multi-window and being able to use that, so that is a nice feature. And I like that they took remove the, well, let me not say remove. They still have the Bixby button, but you can at least turn that whole off 'cause well, let me not say nobody uses Bixby, but
I don't know
I
anybody
I
who's actually
okay.
really
He
using
said
it
it,
like
not
that.
me, but ain't nobody using Bixby. At least I'm not. The most I'll use is Google, but I'm kinda scared to say that because all the devices in the house are about to go off, so there's that. But it's a solid
You
phone.
gotta probably mute yourself.
Right, I have to mute myself in a second, just in case.
Somebody could be
Just in
listening.
case she's ready.
Somebody could be listening in the house and then you trigger
Okay,
somebody else's.
exactly, and everything's just going awry in the house. Camera is fire, like, it takes very high quality pictures, but, I'm not really relying on it, but if I had to, like, record something on the go, I left my camera or my compact camera at home, I'd be fine with this as a replacement. So with this Note, you can still expand the memory from, like, the base of whatever you decide to get, which is awesome. But, it's a solid phone. I like it. As far as, like, the protection, I got my basic Spigen friggin' case on it. It has, like, the texture in the background so I don't just drop it because I'm very clumsy. But No friggin' screen protector, to be honest, and these screens are, like, extremely durable, I'll say. I've never had a Samsung shatter on me, like, a million pieces effect or even scratch, to be honest. And, like, even with, using a stylus and drawing and even just, like, your everyday tapping, there's no issue with the screen ever. It's pretty dope. So I don't really have any complaints about this phone. It's solid, but I don't know if I'll, you know, venture outside of Samsung anytime soon. I feel like I'm not stuck within their ecosystem, but you know how you just get locked in with a company because, they're doing all right, but you see other stuff and you're just like, "Oh, that's cool." But do I want to switch? Not necessarily right now, but
No, I
I
get
don't
it.
know.
I mean, I understand it completely, but I mean that's why I stay with my LG. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah.
Like that's just not gonna happen. I really like LG. I mean, I don't see them or any other company changing my mind anytime soon. Like Samsung has a brand new phone out and it's literally constantly taking away more and more things that made them great. Like my first when I left Samsung for the first time because I had the Note 2, and I was like, "Man, okay, Imma get the Note 3." I'm sorry, I was gonna get the Note 4, and then I found out you couldn't remove the battery, so I was like, "Ah, that's okay." So I went to LG for the G4 because I was like, "You still can remove your battery and stuff like that." So, yeah, I stuck with LG ever since then, because they still kept stuff that people kept thinking was unnecessary, like a headphone jack.
Like, yeah, even for that headphone jack, I had been waiting. I was just like, "I know they're gonna get rid of this the next one." And they did. Everybody's on that
Yeah,
USB-C now, so
and
I guess.
to me, I think that's a little ridiculous because I don't want to like, what's the point of having something to I don't wanna plug in where I need to charge my phone at. I wanna be able to charge my phone and
But
listen to
no, they
whatever I
feel
wanna
like
listen
you
to
should
at the
have
same
either a
time.
wireless charger in your pocket at all
Oh,
times, or you should have wireless earbuds that won't interfere with either of
But
those.
I and that
I
you know
know,
why
I
that's
know.
asinine? Because I have
Oh, there's
a
that.
whole
They don't.
no, I have that that and I have a headset where I can literally unplug it and turn
Yeah.
on my Bluetooth, but it gives me the option to plug in my auxiliary cord. So why in the world would I need you or would you think that I need you to make a decision for me as far as if I should have a USB plugging into my like none of that makes any sense.
Headphone jacks are clutch. I personally am a fan of them. Just to have that, option if needed, because 'cause I'm not always trying to connect to everybody's freaking Bluetooth in their car, like, "Oh,
Yes,
no,
very much so. And I'm
hand me the aux cord." Exactly.
it shouldn't be a life or death situation when you bring your phone.
exactly. Exactly. I love the fact of being able to and that's again another reason why I love LG because they have the
Word.
hi-fi where they actually have the headphone jack audio boosted in case you got like a specific set of headphones. It's gonna ask you regardless when you plug your phone in if you want to turn it on, but it sounds so much better. LG just keeps innovating that type of thing, and the little crap like that, that's what makes me love a phone company. I don't like the takeaways. Bring back the stuff that you think we don't need. Stop telling us it's about space because these phones are already flat enough. Nobody needs any
Pretty
more
much.
Right.
space.
Bring back chirps.
You ain't lying. Shoot, what space are you trying to give me right now? Like none of that makes any sense. I don't need any. The phone
True.
is literally flat enough. I don't care. I don't
Mhm.
care. Put my headphone jack on my machine. Put it on there.
Mm. Oh, and another thing Samsung did with their latest, the Galaxy series, they took away the expandable memory, which was, like, their biggest, like, thing that people would, like, go hard for them for, and I'm just like, "Bruh, are you kidding me?
Oh,
Alright."
that just hurt my brain.
Like, as much as you paying for the phone already, cool.
Back.
I mean, yeah,
That
give or
just hurt
take,
my
you have a
brain.
hard drive in your pocket, cool, but I still like my options, and I like separating certain things on my phone and having all
Exactly.
the expandable storage and the little mini SD card. Like, why? Why? Like, a micro
What?
SD takes up that much space. Does it?
But why? See, and this is why I don't like the future. But we'll
Mhm.
get into that after Jay says something. Jay, say something before I lose my mind.
Help us.
Oh,
Help us.
Something.
great.
Did it work?
Man, cell
Did it
phone
help?
companies are making me so angry right now.
I had a lot of first phones. Well, let's go with the first phone that I've actually had minutes on.
You hear that nights and weekends after 7.
Yeah, I've had that, you know,
Yes.
that I'm talking about like that I bought with my bread. But yeah, it was everybody had Nextel phones. Everybody was rocking their 530s and 730s. And my broke ass at the time bought a StarTech phone. With That's mostly because Noriega. I can just hear Super Thug in the background now that I say that. So that only lasted about until I want to say January when tax time hit and Auntie wanted to spread the love. And your boy got a 730. But I guess my second favorite phone, I guess from back then would have been the Sidekick 3. I miss that thing. Like Kong said, like the keyboard. Why'd you take it away from me? I like that. First of all, I like the Sidekick from the because I've had them all except for the touchscreen ones. But I like that because I had a two-way pager back in the day also. But I like the fact that it had swiveled around. That was cool. Like the singular phones back in the day that also did the little swivel thing. I liked that feature. And then you had AIM. Everybody, I don't know who didn't have
Bring
AIM.
the keyboard.
Oh,
The
that's the who. I found the who, y'all.
keyboard.
I found the who.
I didn't have a phone then. So actually, no. When people were getting sidekicks, I was just getting my phone as a Nokia brick. So
I miss my Nokia.
there's that.
Playing Snake on there, Centipede and stuff.
Hey, I had my Nokia for a long time, so I'm not ashamed. The boy
Mm-hmm.
was nice.
What? Speaking of long time, like I still have my phone. Like the phone I have now is
Yeah.
the XR, the iPhone XR. Because I stopped being big on upgrading phones since like I want to say like back in like 2009, 2012. I wasn't really pressed on getting the latest and newest because I seen like later on down the line that my old phone still worked, and I didn't
Mhm.
really care for all that extra stuff after like those keyboards went away so I can actually text people. I was like, damn. All right. Now I got to deal with all this extra stuff. Touchscreens I wasn't really cool with because I drop shit. So
I mean, things get less interesting when they look like slabs. So I get it.
Yeah.
because I remember when I first got the first iPhone, because I was like, yo, when I don't know if you guys remember the Nokia phone that had iTunes on it, like the first phone that had iTunes. I was hyped. I got it. And then like a week or two later, they announced that they was coming out with an actual iPhone. I was pissed. I was like, I could have fucking waited. But I ended up getting that phone. And I've been dropping phones ever since. And like, I don't see the reason to upgrade. I honestly don't. Like, I can still get text messages. I can still get phone calls. I'm really not big on social media, but I have those too. That shit still works. I I still use the Twitter. I can watch the Netflix and stuff still.
Yeah, I feel like, now there's less urgency to upgrade your phone as,
Yeah.
like, regularly.
Like I was forced to get a XR. I would have still had my iPhone 6 if Apple didn't kind of try to break my phone low key.
That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, with the battery situation. I don't know if you guys know about that whole battery fiasco. I was impacted by that. So, but I did try to clutch onto my iPhone 6 until I was forced to get an XR.
And it's like, what are they gonna come out with that you don't have or don't have access to at this point to improve your user experience that you're missing, I
I'm
guess?
not big on mobile gaming, so I don't I don't play video games on the phone. I have a Switch, I have a Vita, I have a PSP, still have Game Boys. I'm not big on playing games on my phone. I don't That's not a selling point to me, and if I want to
Yeah.
take great pictures, I'd buy a fucking camera.
That's basically the bag that they're going into now is mobile gaming, so There's that.
Like it's like things that they do. Like I would rather get something that actually does what it's supposed to do, and not jam pack necessary. Yeah, and not try to jam pack everything in one pocket. Like I don't care for all that.
Basically making like the ultimate pocket computer.
Yeah, you know.
I do have to say, some cell phone companies, Samsung and freaking LG have some, and Sony has some very good phones. I mean,
Well,
some
know
very
what?
good cameras.
Let's bring back Nokia. They had good
Oh, yeah.
reception. Fuck all that shit.
That is true.
Y'all worried about the wrong shit.
Depending on your service provider too. Some of them, listen,
Word.
some service
yeah.
providers even be lying about they 5G, but that's a whole nother thing.
I don't believe my 5G that I have.
I think they'll be hitting. Like this feel like 4G.
Or I'll be like, this got to be at least 2.5, 3.
I know most of the areas I'm around is just straight 4G. Like every once in a while, you get some 5G here and there, but every
Mhm.
other area is straight 4G. And don't get me wrong, like you see they're trying to put it out there. They're giving out a 5G signal that's still running 4G, but it's like, come on now, you don't have to lie to me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You ain't got to lie, Craig.
It's much faster. No, it's not. It's the same thing.
I don't even care about the speed. That's what I'm saying. If like, I'm not tripping about that. Why should I need my phone to be that fast on the internet?
Facts. You on your
Exactly.
phone. Like you don't come on.
Worry about my reception, my guy.
Yep.
Worry about this reception. Yeah, you know, I don't want to get a drop call. That still exists. Are you serious? Like drop calls was a thing when they had rotary. My guy, step your game up.
Right. Whether or not the phone rings when somebody calls.
Yeah. They still getting paid, so it don't matter to them.
Yeah. Yes.
They could do a lot of things better. Like I said, it's not like back when we were growing up. I mean, they actually put stuff in the box for you. Some companies still out here dropping cases. Every once in a while, you get some headphones. And, you know,
Facts. I don't know. Providers provider.
yes, it's not. They're gonna stop. They literally no. They stop giving. All they give you is a cable. All they give you is a cable now.
Exactly. They got the bread off the phone. They don't care no more.
Pretty much. They claim it's for space, but they want you to pay $25 to get a whole new brick.
Hmm.
Get out of here.
Word. No, why don't they give you like free like
No,
outer
get out.
boxes or and headphones, like wireless headphones at that? Why do I need that much memory? I don't understand that. Like that's ridiculous. I think 5 gigs should suffice for a phone book.
5 gigs. Yeah, you wildin'. If you don't sit down somewhere, please. The hell? A phone call is like 10 gigs. Shut up.
No, but that's my point. Like, why is it necessary to have that to need that much?
As far as like space, because a lot of people use their phone for
Right, but
multimedia
why?
things. Like, that alone.
Get yourself a Canon.
I
Player.
mean, yeah, you have that, but the convenience of your phone.
Buy yourself, yeah. But that's my point. They worrying about the wrong shit.
Then you also have people that like media and movies and stuff too. So,
Then just leave that shit for the tablets. I mean, that's cool.
but then tablet might not be necessary because your phone might be as big as a tablet.
And I don't know if you've read anything about it, but I haven't seen a tablet with a good camera in a long time.
Oh, if you're taking pictures with your tablet, just
Shame on you.
stop listening right
Shame.
now.
Stop
Please.
doing stuff.
But no, but that's what I'm saying. So if that's what I'm saying. If they're so focused on having a computer in your pocket, you can fit well, I know in men's, I guess, pants, you can fit like a 7 or 9-inch tablet in your pocket.
I was about to say, they don't give women no space.
all.
We can barely hold 2 quarters in our pocket. Don't do that.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Some women carry purses. You can fit it in your purse where they throw their phones. But also men, you can put it in
So
your pocket
Jay wants
where
you to
throw
carry
your
around a
phone.
knapsack for your
Exactly.
electronic device.
Good Lord. Pretty much, he wants the fanny pack.
You got the little
No.
rolly backpack. I'm ready,
Right,
guys.
right, right.
If you want to put the lens on your tablet,
See?
yeah, I'll take a fanny pack. I
See?
used to have a North
See what I'm
Face fanny
saying?
pack back in the day.
Good grief. This
I had
man
one.
here. Unlike
did.
Jay, I
I
actually
had things.
enjoy
I had
the
things.
things that my phone can do. and I'm cool with that. I hate that they're starting to take stuff away just because they need more money in their pocket, which to me,
Yeah, it's making the experience less unique all around. It's kinda trash.
Apple is a multi-million, if not billion-dollar company. Why in the world are you taking away the phone brick? Because you're claiming that it saves space and it's eco-friendly. It's not, first of all, and it doesn't. Second of all, I don't
I damn near collect those things, every phone, though. I don't who's throwing those away?
exactly.
I would need a AC adapter. Yeah, I do, though.
And like I don't, and I know Samsung just did it with the Ultra S21. I believe that's the name of the new one that just came out. It's like, why? I don't like that. I really don't like that. It's stupid. It's like if you want money, just say that you want money. Like, don't try and tell me that you're doing this for the ecosystem. You're just literally lying in my face. You're ridiculous. The ecosystem needs us to stop sending you guys bricks. Really? Because who's throwing out their phone bricks like that?
Right, can you imagine people just throwing them at each other? "I don't need this. Get outta here."
Dude,
Drive by and just throwing the whole phone at you.
I've never seen that before.
Like, the packaging looks more clean, but at what cost? I don't have an AC adapter now. Now I gotta use one of my old joints, which is fine,
Like
but
I ain't got none, but damn, son. Stop being so
right,
cute.
right. That ain't the problem.
Cutting corners. That's not how you do it.
Exactly. Trying to make your box thin as a phone. You don't get out of here with that.
At least mail me the brick.
Hello?
I'll take that. Just mail it.
Drop it off at my
Just
house. You can just throw it at the door.
make it an extra box. I don't care.
If you have a favorite phone, past or present, you'd like to let us know, feel free to leave us a message on the Anchor app at www.anchor.com or drop us a message on our website, www.verbalvibemode.com. That's www.verbalvibemode.com. We're also on social media. You can hit us up on Twitter or IG. That's Instagram for all you cool cats and kittens out there. But yeah, that's about it. It's a wrap for this
You
episode.
cannot just do that.
I'm sorry? What? What's
Good
wrong with
grief.
cats? You don't
All
like
you
cats?
cool cats and
You
kittens.
got something against the cats?
No, you're fine, Carol Baskins.
Well, you
Oh
not
my
a cool
god.
cat?
Where is she? Is she?
You know, I've never seen that. I've
Oh
never seen that.
no.
That was I was a silent
You
protest,
Oh
silent
my
and I
protest
goodness.
was
against Tiger King? Wow. How did you?
because I don't like reality shows.
Okay. Yeah, it was like done in that weird. I don't even want to say mockumentary style, but it basically was that. It was a whole thing. That's basically why everybody was just like glued to it because it was just a mess. It was a time.
It felt so fake, but it
Yeah.
really happened. That's why it's
Uh,
crazy. Oh man, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day.
but make sure you subscribe on your favorite podcast app, and we will see you later. Bye.
Peace.
So y'all both just gonna say
Oh, you
peace.
still in my piece?
Peace,
Oh,
peace,
okay.
I said
peace,
it first, damn it.
peace.